Okay, guys, we're gonna try this walkthrough of Skyrim Anniversary Edition. I love Skyrim. I've been playing it for years, but I have not watched any of the information. I've purposely kept myself from seeing anything that is included in the Anniversary Edition. I did upgrade to it so I could have all the gear. I never used any of the Creation Club stuff before this, so it should be interesting to see what all is included in it. And it might be a little bit of fun. It might not be. We'll just see. But we're going to try it out. So here we go. Start a new game. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, Skyrim's always been one of those games that you can just come back to time and again and play. It's all of their games, Fallout's, Skyrim's, all the Elder Scrolls games. They've all been kind of those kind of games that you just play over and over and over and over again. And Skyrim was always my favorite Elder Scrolls, um, and probably my favorite of their games altogether. Um, I've just always been a big fan of it. I love the artwork on the dragon. It looks so nice. And here's the beginning. Bethesda Game Studios. Bethesda, their games do have glitches, and they're well known for that. They have little errors and things you might find later on you kind of laugh at, or it screws you over later on. But overall, their games are pretty good. Pretty well built for such an open world game. Want to see if we're seeing new character choices, or we know there's going to be some new missions because
Hey,
of the Creator
you.
Club. We know there's
Finally
going to
awake.
be.
You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Sure. Mara, Debella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
Look at him. General Tullius, the military governor. And it looks like the Dalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this. This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny. When I was a boy, Imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
To go inside.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Yes, Mama.
Get these prisoners out of the carts. Move it!
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line.
And here we go. Getting ready to start.
Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
I do find it interesting that you start the
We're
game
not rebels.
getting ready to get your head cut off.
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them we weren't with you. This is a mistake.
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No, I'm not a rebel. You can't do this.
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me.
Yeah, they are. Arrow to the
Anyone
back.
else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward.
Yes, sir. Be glad to.
Who are you?
Well, let's just decide, shall we? Should we play a Nord? Citizens of Skyrim. They are tall and fair-haired people, strong and hardy. Nords are famous for their resistance to cold and their talent as warriors. They can use a battle cry to make their opponents flee. See, orcs. Red Guard. They're really good fighters. Wood Elves are always fun because they have the ability to command animals early in the game. And they're great archers. Khajiit are always fun because they have the natural ability with stealth. Imperial's not bad because they get a little bit of bonus to magic. High Elves obviously are great for magic. Dark Elves are kind of interesting. Stealth and magic. The Breton are good. And of course the Argonian. I think I will choose the well, I don't know what I want to play. What I want to play. I'll probably go with the Wood Elf. I like the Wood Elves a lot because of the archery bonus. They're good stealthy wise, and they have the natural resistance to poison and disease. Because that shit gets a little annoying. And of course the command animals is not bad at all either. So, well, no, it's not. Well, you know what? Let's do it with the Nord. I don't know that I've ever played just basic Nord before. So let's just do the Nord. Okay. Well, now we want to go over and we want to play with our character a little bit. See what we can do. It is a little bit smoother than it's been in the past. It's not jumping around on me as bad as it has been known to do in older games. That's nice. Let's see here. What should we look at? Scars. That looks pretty good. I like that. Not a big fan of the warplate. That looks pretty good. Let's see here. Eye color. Blue. I like blue. Shape. Shape doesn't really matter. Brow's fine. Mouth is fine. Let's mess with his hair though. Let's make him look cool. No, that's not too bad. I like that. Gotta have a mustache. Always have to have a mustache. Yeah, that worked. Ooh. I like that right there. Let's go with a dark hair color. Yeah, it looks more like me. Okay, I like that. Okay, let's... Yep, we're done. We're going to name him. Well, what are we going to name him? Well, you know what we're going to name him. Balin, as always. Boom. And we're good.
You picked a bad time to come home to Skyrim, kinsman. Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
He's not on the list.
Forget
He's
the
on the
list. He
list.
goes to the block.
You cut my
I
head
know
off
all
anyway.
this,
I might have been a nice guy. You never know
I'm
that.
sorry. At least you'll die here, in your homeland. Follow the captain,
Yeah.
prisoner.
You're gonna kill me in my homeland. No, that's okay. I don't mind dying. I'll just rise again. I do have to say, I feel like the
Ulfric
game's a little bit
Stormcloak.
more smoother this time.
Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a
Graphics are a
hero
little
doesn't use a
smoother.
power like the voice to murder
Which I
his
do
king
like
and
that.
usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What is that? What
was
did
that?
we hear?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius.
So I always
Give
had to
them their
wonder,
last rites.
did the dragon come to
As we
save me?
commend your souls to
Or to say
Aetherius,
Ulfric?
blessings of the 8 divines upon
For
you.
the
We'll
love
see.
of Talos, shut up and let's get this over.
Learn our... as you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning.
You in a hurry to cut people's heads off? Sure seemed like it.
My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
I'm sure they are. Oh, nasty. That was nasty.
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks.
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the Nord and the Rags.
I'm assuming that's me.
There it is again. Did you hear that?
Pretty
I
noise.
said, next,
Ugh.
prisoner.
To the block, prisoner.
I
Nice
don't
and
want to
easy.
go to the block. Aren't you gonna at least move the body or make me lay right across his body? I mean, come on. Let's be a little bit hygienic here. Jeez. Ugh. Oh, here it comes.
Is that?
That's what you call
What do you see?
the dragon. Not even a dragon. That is the dragon. Adween. Yeah, let's let's not stick around, shall we?
Give us another chance.
Oh, a little bit of a glitch there. We'll see. Oof.
Jarl Ulfric, what is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Sure sounds like it, brother.
Down villages.
We need to move now! Up through the tower. Let's go!
Let's go up.
This way, friend.
Doesn't make a lot of sense considering the dragons are flyers.
We just need to move
And we're
some
going
of these
up.
birds.
There he comes. Somebody's getting toasted.
See the inn on the other side. Jump through the roof and keep going.
Jump to the roof and keep going. Okay, I guess. Oh, that had to hurt.
Hammond, you need to get over here.
Lost him.
Torol! Everyone get back! Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way.
Okay, I
Gunnar, take
guess.
care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense.
Gods guide you, Hadvar.
Well, I don't know what you're going to defend against, brother. This is a dragon. And you're not the Dragonborn.
Stay close to the wall!
Yeah, so it can hit you with its wing when it lands on the wall. That's smart. But he doesn't turn and attack it, which would be even more smart. Dummy. Now you can die in this little beginning area if you're not careful. You look here, it's archers and the mages.
Stay close!
More archers. Now,
Oblivion, do we kill this thing?
I'll admit I'm a little bit of a stickler
Raylo, you damn traitor! Out of my way! We're escaping.
because I almost always do this the same way.
Yes, this time. Fine, I off that range. Swallow the sovereign guard. You, come on, into the keep.
You gotta follow.
With me, prisoner. Let's go.
I did. Now I don't ever follow him because your starting area is a little different, and I prefer the blacksmith starting area versus the. It's pretty much because it gives me a little bit extra. So
Come on,
let's
we need to get
follow
inside.
him. Let's hook that up, shall we? Now we're gonna see if the trick still works. Not going to spend a bunch of time on it, but we are going to see if the trick still works before we can do anything
Looks
else.
like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon? Bring us of the end times? We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can
I
get those
won't bore you
bindings off.
guys with a video of me doing the basics forever.
Let's cut you loose.
But
There you go. Take a look
yeah,
around. There
press
should be
the
plenty
A
of
to
mail to
open the
choose from.
containers. We can
I'm
do
going
that.
to see if I can find something for these bones.
Let's get some gold.
See if one of these chests has some armor for you.
I like to read every book that we come across just to be safe, because you never know when they give pluses and minuses and minuses all along smoking.
In one of these
Nope.
chests. Look around.
Yeah, there's a sword and this one right here. But we don't want to do that just yet.
See if
What we
one of
want
these
to do...
chests
Oh,
has
no, I
some
guess it's
armor.
not. It's not over there. This one's okay. So we'll take this and equip it. And take the gold. We're going to take this sword. We're going to check this out. There ain't nothing here we really want.
Got to be a sword or two in one of these chests. Look around.
It's always funny because when you first play this game for the very first time, you're like, oh, I'm going to grab everything.
Got to be a sword
Okay.
or two in one of these chests. Look around.
I always like to immediately put on this.
You better get
Because
some gear.
you can come up behind him and
See if one of these
sneak
chests has some
attack.
armor for you.
And you'll notice your sneak just went to 16.
You better get some gear.
Like I said, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time doing this, just to show you that we can do it.
Got to be a sword or two in one of these chests.
But you have
Look
to
around.
watch it, because if you just willy-nilly hit him like that, nothing happens. But you can
Got to be a
also
sword or two
torch
in
him
one of these chests. Look around.
and get your destruction up. It's best
You better
not
get
to
some
knock him
gear.
all the way down to the ground, because you want him
Got to be a sword
positioned
or two
just
in one of
right,
these chests.
and it
Look
takes
around.
longer to heal him back up if you knock him all the way down. Especially when you do this for a
Got to be a
while.
sword or two in one of these chests.
You gotta get
Look
positioned
around.
just right to get that to work. Now the wood elf has another ability, because the wood elf you can summon at this level. So if you summon the wolf that it gives you,
Look around.
you can torch the wolf, get your summoning, because you summoned it,
See
then
if
it's
one
going
of
to
these
attack you.
chests has some armor.
As you attack it, then it's going to increase your summoning as well as
See if one of
your
these chests has some armor for you.
destruction. And then you can also switch over to restoration and work on that too. So as going in here as
You
the
better
wood
get
elf,
some
you
gear.
can like hugely power yourself up really quick on game.
You better get some gear.
But I think that I'm going to call it there for now, because I'm going
Got to be a
to
sword or two in one of these chests.
get
Look
myself
around.
up a decent level. You don't want to start the game out too weak, but you know, we get up to level 2.
Got to be a sword or two in one of these chests.
There we go.
Look around.
But we're just going to play this straight up, like
Got
normal.
to be a sword or two in one of these
Not like I would normally do.
chests. Look around.
Okay, so you want to come to here, level up. Now, everybody has their own way of doing this. I like to work on my health a little bit at the first, just because of the fact that you're really weak in the beginning of the game if you're going to run this straight up. You're not going to, spend a bunch of time leveling up here. I mean, I've been known to sit here for until I'm level 100. But you want to keep the game moving decently, then you definitely need your health to go up first. Your stamina is great, also obviously, because that's going to decide on how much you can hold. But I'd rather have to keep fast traveling back and dumping things than deal with dying early game. So we're going to increase that. And we're going to look for a perk to do. So here you got kind of two different things you can do. You can go ahead and work on your destruction. Your restoration, that's a good one too. Enchanting is a huge one. And smithing, obviously. I like to choose my sneak. Just because it makes it a little bit easier, especially if you are going to do that a lot, because it's going to get you, decently up here into these areas to be much more dangerous and strong later on. But okay, so let's go ahead and do what he wants us to do, which is come get our gear. We're going to take this other sword, but I don't need it because we've already got a sword.
Give that sword a few swings too. Let's keep moving. He's still out there.
Yeah, and then we're going to pull a chain. Oh yeah, I forgot we can't pull a chain. Yes, pull a chain. It's been a little bit since I've done the beginning of this. I have plenty of walkthroughs I like to do, but I don't do too much at the beginning of this very much anymore. Now we're going to wait on him. He's going to be slow because he's always slow. But he's going to open up the next area and we're going to go to fight. Now if you went in here as the Stormcloak dude, you would have came into this room and started off. I like to just torch them until I run out of destruction. Because I like to get my spell power up as quick as possible. Okay. Nothing here I really want. Like I said, you can always, strip them and take everything that you could possibly want, but I personally don't like to do that. I will take that war axe because that's going to be a little stronger than the sword, one-handed.
Let's go.
I'm coming. I don't bother with a shield because I like to use my destruction. Oh, it collapsed on him. Oh, so sad.
Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
Okay, so the cool thing about this game is you can investigate everything, but
Imperials have potions in
let's see. Where's that really go? Nothing. I don't want this because I don't want to go two-handed. Because I want to keep one hand free for my magic. Get some salt. We'll get some. Search the cupboard. See if there's anything we want. We want the gold. Let's see here. Anything good? Ooh, definitely want them. Now, if I was playing survival, I would assume, which I will be doing a walkthrough survival later. We're gonna try out the game with the new stuff first, and then we'll go back and play survival later. But I definitely would be taking all this food, because and I understand from that is you need it. Stamina is actually a lot more important, I think, than what people realize. Those potions, because you get into later on, like when you're doing archery and your stamina starts to go low because of special shots. I can't talk today. Special shots that you do. It drains it be able to use those potions really
Gunman,
helps.
this way.
Ah. Never try to talk a lot when you have a sinus infection. It just doesn't work very well.
Hear that?
Okay.
That'll teach you
Now,
to cross me.
here's a little bit of an interesting thing.
Fellows happened along just in
I
time.
usually kill this guy
These boys seemed a bit upset at how I've been entertaining their comrades.
just because.
Don't you even know what's...
Ooh, yes, I'll take the mace over. You'll notice I'm getting rid of the weapons that I don't need. I want to weigh myself down.
A dragon, please. Don't make up nonsense.
Book of the Dragonborn. Nothing that we want.
Come to think of it,
Lockpicks, we do want those. We want that.
I did hear some odd noises coming from over there.
We'll let them
Come with
talk.
us. Need to get out of here.
You have no authority over me, boy.
Didn't you hear me? The keep is under attack.
You can see it talking
Wait a
in the
second.
background. We're kind of.
Looks like there's something in this cage.
Don't bother with that. Lost the key ages ago. Poor fellow screamed for weeks.
See if you can get it open with some picks. We'll need everything.
Yes, I'm gonna pick that. Just
Sure.
a minute.
Take all my things, please.
Grab what you can and let's go.
We will. Don't worry. Okay, so we'll make sure we have all the lockpicks. Make sure we've checked out all the books. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Okay, then we're going to come over here and practice our lockpicking skills. Very, very important to get this up because you will need it later in game for lots of different things, and so getting your skill up with this is very important. So it may seem like a weird thing to put a bunch of perk points into, but I do because it is very important. Okay, now in his case, I will take his gear because you'll notice the value on it's decent and the weight is just non-existent, so might as well. Well, I broke one, didn't need to do that. There we go. Means I can get through here without breaking. But that sure helps. Now, on to the torture. I don't particularly like torturers, and I want to get my destruction up, so he has to die. Bye-bye. And you'll notice you couldn't steal anything from him. But now that he's dead, I'm going to take all of this stuff. I'm going to make sure that I have everything I can have. Oops, wrong thing. I'll have to pick that back up. And I want to okay, so I want all the gear I can get, and I'm going to kill that guy. Now I want to go read the book. As I always said, always read all your books. I like to keep on the fire spell because of the oil, which we'll be showing you here shortly. But unlock all these doors. So you want to be very careful with your lockpicks. Try not to waste them. Because you want to get that lockpicking skill up, but at the same time, there's several of these things to unlock. You get kind of a feel for it at the beginning for the basic ones. Bone meal is huge, and I like to eat it as soon as I get it. It's gonna mess with you a little bit, but it's best to eat all of your that you can take some damage from it, and I wouldn't do this in survival. But it helps to unlock an ability of telling you what you can mix with for, see, damage, stamina. Now when I do alchemy later, I've already got that unlocked, which makes it a little bit easier. Take everything I can, hit up all these skeletons. Early game gold is key.
Come on, hurry up.
I'm coming. Hold your panties on.
Where in Oblivion are we supposed to go? Where's the way out?
Just give me a minute.
Here's what I was talking about. In this little area here, there's oil hanging from the ceiling.
Get them!
So we want to... We don't want to spend a whole lot of time and die, but you'll see it on the ground over here. See it? And by doing this, we can kill them guys without taking any damage. But we want to watch out for that. He's stupid. He's going to walk right into our fire. That's funny. I will take these arrows and this bow because I love a bow. Take the arrows. I don't need another bow, but one bow is very nice to have. Now, always check around, make sure there's no hanging moss. There's nothing to like mine or anything. It can sneak up on you. Now, the beginning area like this doesn't really have anything, but you'll be surprised on how quickly this stuff can sneak up on you, and you'll completely miss it, and then you'll be kicking yourself later because it really helps you beginning game to have everything that you need easy and handy. Now, we're going to do pretty much a straight walkthrough gameplay. We're going to just run the storyline. We're not going to worry about a lot of the extra stuff, because this game is nothing but extra stuff. No. Yes, we are. Now, one thing you have to remember is this game is open world, so we can go all over the place, even places that he doesn't want us to go. Like over here to get a little bit of this gear. And you'll see we ain't going back up this way, unfortunately. So we're gonna go the other way. Yeah, I'm coming. Hold your panties on.
That doesn't go anywhere. I guess we better try this way.
Yep, now I'm gonna switch my weapons. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna favorite this longbow. Yes. And the reason why is because I want to be able to do this. See how I did that? Now we also want to do that with the mace. And we want to do it with some of our spells. Okay. And the reason why is so that we can quickly, and don't forget, if you miss, a lot of times you pick your arrow back up, is because of this guy right here. See, I'm sneaked, so I can shoot, and they don't see me, and that helps my sneak attack. Ooh, too big of these big critters.
I knew I heard something.
Nope.
No one
And it does extra damage.
What next? Giant snakes.
Okay. Now I want to switch back to my mace. Okay. And here, I don't usually pick these up because unless I'm planning on using them, and I don't really use them very often. Because look what it does. It's a weight. It's not worth a ton, and the weight will get you. Weight is very, very important, especially early game when your stamina is not very high, and you need to be able to carry a lot of stuff. You want to check out all these, and of course I want to eat one. Look around. I see the jumping mechanics not really gotten much better. That's okay. I was hoping to have just a little bit more streamline in the jumping, but yeah, it is what it is. Not everything can be perfect. And of course, check this out. Skeever tail. Good one. Yeah. No, I'm hurting you. I don't care. Doesn't do anything, unfortunately. Okay, before I go down that tunnel though, I want to jump up here. Get the rest of these egg sacs. After this, most of the time we'll get our eggs, spider eggs from the shop. We won't be getting all that many of them out in the wild.
This looks like the way.
Okay. Now the funny thing is, he's going to give us a bow in a minute, so it doesn't really matter that we picked up that bow. If we didn't pick up that bow, it's not the end of the world kind of thing, is he's going to give us a bow. But I like to grab one early and use it on the spiders just because it does help. But everything you can to level up your snake is a good thing. Okay, now we're going to do something that's kind of fun.
There's a bear just
We're going to
ahead.
go up against a bear. Now normally,
I'd rather not
I
tangle
would
with
say
you
don't
right
do
now.
this.
You might be able to sneak
But
by. Just take it nice and slow and watch where you step. Or if you're feeling like surprise.
if you sneak attack her just right,
Not the sneaking type, huh?
you can put a bullet in her. Or in this case, an arrow. And that helps you, once again, helps you get where you're going. And like I said, like here, you see the mead. With survival, I'm sure I will be picking everything I can up to survive. Over here. Could eat the bear claws. Pretty weird, huh? I'm gonna take the bear pelt. Just give a double look around. I know there's nothing here, but you know, just for game walkthrough, just want to make sure that we're as thorough as possible. Kind of give you guys a good idea of what it is. I'm sure most of you have probably played this game before. I'm just checking out what's new in the new Anniversary Edition, and I don't even know, so never know, they might have something up here that I'm not prepared for. Might startle me. Surprise me.
I was starting to wonder if we'd ever.
Hey, we made it outside the cave. Awesome. Survival mode. Okay, survival adds the need to eat, sleep, and stay warm. It also adds additional challenges such as no fast travel, reduce carry weight, and leveling up only when you sleep. That's interesting. See the survival mode entry and help for details. Enable survival mode. You're able to, you can enable or disable survival mode at any time from the gameplay settings menu. Okay, I'm gonna say no. I just want to do a straight walkthrough this time. We will be going back very, very soon and playing this 100% on survival. I do think it
Looks
does
like
look a
he's
little
gone for good
clearer.
this
Man,
time. But I don't think we
maybe
should
it's just
stick
me. I
around
haven't
to see
played
if he
this in a
comes
while,
back.
but
Closest town from here is River. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's
and
probably
that's
best
the
if
reason
we
why I
split
always
up.
pick him versus
Good
the other
luck.
guy.
I wouldn't have made it without your help.
100%, so that I can use that blacksmith. Because he's going to help you out, giving you a leg up in the smithing, which is great. The other way is just unfortunately not going to give you as much to go on. Oh, I want to harvest some thistle. I like to harvest as much as I can in the beginning game. Later game is also important because you usually have more ingredients than you can easily spend. But in the beginning game, it's very, very good to kind of walk around as long as you don't go too far off the beaten path and get you what you can get you. Always trying to shoot everything. Goes through a lot of arrows, but in the long run, it's worth it. Now, one thing, as soon as you can get it, it's good to always have on your character is a mining tool, pickaxe. You want to be able to mine up everything you can, stone-wise, material-wise, as quickly as you can to get that blacksmithing going. Butterflies, you gotta love the butterflies, catch them. I know, weird, but I'm gonna eat it in a little bit. Okay, so like I said, it's gonna be a tiny bit boring maybe on this, but it helps me out in the long run. Early game is to grab all these little fires as I'm walking towards the town. Now, something to keep in mind is here soon I'm going to come across these the points of interest that are going to be very nice because they help you in different ways. Different ones of them do different things. There's one that will help you increase your how much you can carry. This one here will help you increase your leveling ability of specific things. I usually put it on mage only because that I have a harder time leveling up early game than I do the sneak stuff because I do a lot of archery, which really helps your sneak. So that's just my own little choices. I mean, everybody has their own. You can see it right there on the map. You see it when I turn, you'll see it be there and then not be there again. Yep, that's that. Okay. Okay. Some more stuff here. I'm just playing with the controls a little bit, refamiliarizing myself with them. It's been a while. There's so many different games to play that sometimes I get a little bit behind on playing certain things. But here's what I was talking about, the Guardian Stones. Here's the Thief Stone. If you click on it and activate it, it's going to help you get those. Sneak up. Warrior. It's going to help you get up your combat skills. But I like to choose the Mage Stone. It helps you get all your magic stuff up that much quicker, which helps with things like enchanting. And look, it's gonna glow! So pretty. And I have now been blessed. And it's cool because that like stays permanent on until you switch it. It's not like some things like when you go to the gods and things like that where they can, or resting and things like that where it'll disappear after a while. That stays on until you change it out for a different one, which is very, very nice. Not having to go back and forth 20 times to that thing is great because that would get annoying. You notice there are lots of little things I'm just walking past. I could go up to check out, and we will check out some of them during the basic walkthrough. And normally, like in a game where I'm literally checking out the entire world, I would go more in depth and hit a bunch of them, but not right now. We're just going to do the basic walkthrough adventure, and that way you can see it and see the differences that are contained just basically in it, if any, before we get into the broader world of Skyrim 10th Anniversary Edition. Okay, I'm getting lots of little flowers, so definitely help when it comes to alchemy later. Ooh. Oh. See how it kind of pauses the screen? That's not realistic, but it is nice. I'm much more likely to do that than I am to do the mace, just because I want to get that up. And then immediately I like to go heal. I don't have to, it's going to heal on its own, but healing can be one of those things that takes you a while in game to level up. So I'm going to take advantage of it every single time I get a chance. Okay, back to my bow. Gotta have my bow. You'll notice there says 2 there. It's because I have 2 bows now, because he was a pretty nice guy and hooked me up with a bow. Okay. Oh. It's getting towards night soon. You do want to kind of get to the city during day. Now that we have the vampires going on aspect in the game, it's never a good idea to be in a city at night, especially not asleep, because you can lose some pretty important NPCs through vampire attacks, which stinks horribly, but it's just part of the game. So you want to keep that in mind, that stay away from towns at night unless you have a reason to be there.
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the barrel.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mother. If you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy.
So let's follow our missions here. Our mission is to come talk to the blacksmith. There he is. Let him go in the house, because it's always better to talk to him in the house than it is outside the house, in my opinion.
Sigrid, we have company.
We have company.
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood. All right.
Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
I don't know that he could even stop him then.
Oh, you didn't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak and his top lieutenants. Oh, right. You were caught trying to cross the border into Skyrim, weren't you? You're not kidding. Ulfric's the leader of the Stormcloaks. You know, the traitors trying to break Skyrim away from the Empire. You haven't heard of the Civil War in Skyrim? I guess down in Cyrodiil, people have other things to worry about. It's pretty simple. Ulfric founded the Stormcloaks years ago, as a sort of private army to advance his ambitions. He's always used the ban on the worship of Talos to stir people up against the Empire. He never succeeded in getting much support, so a few months ago he murdered the High King. That got the Empire's attention. A masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire. We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the General turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards. He surrendered pretty meekly too. So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil, but I guess the General changed his mind. You know the rest. So did I. If the damn Stormcloak somehow found one, or woke it up, the war might be about to take an ugly turn. Hard to believe it was just a coincidence, that the first dragon anyone's seen for centuries attacks just as Ulfric was about to be executed. I guess that wasn't such a big deal elsewhere in the Empire, but here it's caused a lot of resentment. Native son and all that. Even I'll admit it hasn't been the Empire's finest hour. But it wasn't like the Emperor had any choice, did he? If he hadn't signed the peace treaty with the Thalmor, they would have destroyed the Empire. Then where would Skyrim be? That's the part that Ulfric's supporters always conveniently forget about. Unless the Empire stands together, the Thalmor would destroy us all. Of course, I know today wasn't the best introduction to the Legion, but I hope you'll give us another chance.
You tried to cut my head
really
off.
use someone like you,
And I didn't even do
now.
anything wrong except
And if the rebels
walk
have
down a
themselves a
road.
dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's a great idea.
I don't blame you for being angry about it. I would be too in your shoes. But it was all a mistake. You weren't supposed to be on that cart with those Stormcloak traitors. And the Imperial Legion needs your help, especially now with that dragon out there somewhere and Ulfric back on the loose. Sure, I understand. It's not easy to go from being executed by the Legion one day to joining up the next.
Yeah,
But I
tell me
think
about
you'll
it,
see
bro.
that the Legion is Skyrim's only hope for real peace right now. I know you'll make the right choice in the end.
We'll see.
Now then, boy, what's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need your help.
Yeah, I don't normally buy anything off him just because he's great. His prices are reasonable, but you can get everything you need pretty much without actually purchasing anything. But when you take the gift, it's a matter of what you really need. And in my opinion, the potion of minor healing is pretty significant. The amethyst is pretty significant. because of its value. Um, its weight. So I always will take it. Potion of healing, silver ring. Oh, I guess I could take everything. Hey, that works. I don't remember giving me that option before, but hey, I won't say no. Not that I need any of the rest of the stuff. Sweet. Yeah, I like that.
The Jarl
I
needs to
didn't
know
remember
there's a
that.
dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. Help yourself to whatever you need, within reason.
Of course. Oh, that's where I get it. Okay, yeah. Now I remember.
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace. Jarl Balgruuf, he rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous
If you
times.
pick the Imperials, you'll be on
So
his
far,
side,
he's
but if you
managed
pick
to
the
stay out of the
Stormcloaks, you
war.
will not.
I'm afraid it can't last,
Unfortunately.
though. I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor.
Personally, he's one of the few that I would,
Skyrim has always
that
been
I
part
don't
of
like
the
having
Empire.
to replace
That
with a
doesn't mean I
Stormcloak
support
leader
everything the Empire's
if I
been
choose
doing lately.
Stormcloaks versus
But
Imperial.
Nords have never been fair weather friends. Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim. Jarl Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torrig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torrig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days.
For the good old days, depending on who you are, I'm sure.
I see no harm in it, if you have the skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new. Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters. A few generations
That's who
ago.
you would have talked to
She and
if
Hod
you
run the mill.
had
I
chosen the
make
other
a
guy.
decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill. People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim. It's from that treaty that ended the Great War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos
I've never
worship.
figured out, and maybe
We
it
didn't pay
explains it
much
at some
attention
point.
to it when I was a
And
boy.
this one or the one before
Everyone
this one.
still had their little shrine.
But I don't totally understand
But then,
why the
Ulfric and
Thalmor
his
has such an issue with
sons of
Talos.
Skyrim started agitating about it. Sure enough,
If
the
you know,
Emperor had to crack
feel free
down,
to leave me a comment telling me.
dragging people off in the
Or
middle of the night.
send me a link of
One of the main
where I can
causes
find
of
out,
this
because
war,
that's not
if you
something I've
ask
ever
me.
figured out. This
Of
is
course.
new. Armor for my horse. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Hafar, did you really see a dragon?
Now the
Did it
cool
look
thing
like-
is
did it have big
within
teeth?
reason,
Hush, child.
you can
Don't
rob
pester
their
your cousin.
house blind. But you just gotta watch what you take. Oh, I took something I didn't mean to take. My bad.
Lost?
No, I'm just trying to take all this garlic and these herbs because I will need them. Like, it's okay, search the chest and take the gold. Just don't take the weak stamina poison. No idea why. It's best a lot of times to do this, even though it does feel like it is painstaking and it takes up a lot of your time. Because you're going to get things early game, especially, that you might not have got if you didn't take the time to do this. Now you gotta check my boots here. Got all 7 and those are 11, so I will take those since it allows it. And the gauntlets, because I'm sure those are better than what I've got.
I'm spoken for you. Alva and I, we got a daughter, little Dorothy.
It's nice to be back in a friendly.
Deer hide.
Listen, I'm going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from there. I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from.
I will. Sooner or later.
From there, you can take a carriage to Solitude.
If you want to cut wood for arrows or anything, woodcutter's actually nice. A lot of times, though, you can get that pretty easy, and you can get arrows pretty easy if you
keep an eye out for trouble.
Most of the time in
it's
game.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, man. Be a little tricky sometimes, but no big deal. Okay. Yes, I thought I'd already checked that, but I just want to be sure. Okay. Did I pick up anything I did not want? Yes, wooden plate. So I'll drop that. Apparel. I'm going to switch out for the iron stuff because that'll be way better on me. And then I'm going to go out here, and if he's out here like he usually is, depending on what time of day it is, I'm going to sell. Nope, he's not. That's okay. I'm going to take all the iron ingots, like I always do, and the steel. Now, I will wait to mess with this too much right now. Well, okay, so like I showed you, you can pretty much steal his house blind, take him for anything that he has. I'm gonna come take a break, sleep throughout the night so I don't risk any vampire attacks. And then we're gonna call it a day. We got away from the dragon, we got away from Imperials, we didn't get our head cut off, and
we got rooms and food. Drink, too.
I can use the
cook.
room.
Ain't much else to tell. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. You, weapon, away, now. Until next time.
Okay, I need to sleep. I gotta remember. It's been a while since I've done this, so.
You're that visitor been poking around.
A mug of ale. Coming right up.
Pretty sure you can sleep.
Need a room? Talk to Delphine.
Yeah, that's what.
Until next time.
Talk to Delphine. Okay, Delphine.
I'm the innkeeper.
I'd like to rent a room.
It's yours for a day.
Thank you. And then it's over here, if I remember right. Nope. It must be the one over here.
The age of aggression is just about
yep. There we go. So I'm going to sleep until the morning. And then we're going to save the game and call it a day. Being fully rested actually really helps you different points in the game. So, okay, so we're going to save, and then we're going to call it a day. And I hope you liked this video, and if you did, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll be trying to post one of these up at least once a week until we get the walkthrough finished. Have a wonderful day.